Hey, what's up? Today we're going to make a captain that's rotated to the right and to the left. Sorry, the right and to the left. And you know how we're going to do that? I don't, so let's do it. Basically, what we're going to do, this is a tavern hero, sorry. We're going to go to get me the datas. I like to get me the data. Get me datas. 4 is a good data. Okay, get me datas 4. What get me datas does right now, I was just kind of hacking this together, but the idea is it's a piece of code that says get the MPQs of Warcraft and get me a character like units, human. What is it? The captain or just captain? I don't even know anymore. The captain, and we save it as captain out, as like output, you know? And basically what this does is it lets me programmatically touch the model. So if I like run get me datas 5, I think if it works, we should be able to go and click File, Open, and go to Warcraft models right here and find Captain Out, right? ABC, Captain Out. Oh, where did I put him? Wait a second. I must have put him in the wrong folder. That's pretty bad. So I actually put him in Warcraft 3 beta models because I was working on Reforged. We don't want to do that anymore, so let's just run it again on not Reforged. Great. So now, as you can see, if I push F5, captain output shows up, which is our captain. Now, if I want to rotate him like 90 degrees to the right or something, I'm pretty sure we could do that. But what you're going to need to do, so right here we have the model, and like we're going to do model.add of a new bone that we're going to put in here. Yeah, a new bone that is named rotation, like bone rotation, basically. And this is going to be the core root rotation of this person, right? And basically, root rotation, you got to set where it is. So we're going to set the pivot point to a vertex located at 0, 0, 0, right? So that's like what it's rotating around. And then I think the key is to say root rotation dot. We're going to have to add an animation flag. So let's make a new anim flag. Yeah, and we're just going to put rotation. It's a rotation animation. So this is the rotation animation, basically. We're going to make one of those. And then we're going to say rotation animation, set interpolation type to interp type.linear. It's just going to be linear interpolation because that's easy to do. And we're just going to basically make it even constant, really. So the other thing that we want to do is say for every animation in the model, like for every animation, did I call it anim or did I call it animation? Animation, this one down here. For every, oh, I did it again. Animation, anim, in model.getAnims. Okay, here we go. These are all the animations. For every animation, we're going to actually add a keyframe. What is the difference between add entry and add keyframe? Wait a second, add keyframe. Yeah, so add entry and add keyframe are pretty much the exact same. I'm not really sure why those both exist. Sometimes my APIs on these things are not incredibly well thought out. Add entry. Looks like add entry is much more natural. Add keyframe. Looks like it does some smart stuff. Let's use add keyframe. Sure. So we're going to do add keyframe. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the interval start of each animation. So for every animation, he'll be animated the same exact way. And we're going to animate it to be a new quaternion, which is a rotation definition thing. And what you can do is you can do axis angle. So just have your axis be a vertex pointed straight upward. So that's 0x, 0y, 1z, right? Just straight upward. And the angle, I don't remember if this is radians or degrees, but let's do pi over 4, so it should be like a quarter of pi. And I think that probably will work. So then when I run this program, it's going to have the captain, but he's going to be rotated to the side, except he won't be actually, because what I forgot to do is not only put this root rotation into the model, but also we need to actually make him use that as the root. So basically for every I think we could just do, I call them ID objects, but basically for every node in the model, I'll just say for every node, if node.getParent is null, so it had no parent previously, then we're going to set the parent of that node. node.setParent. Yeah, here we go. Node.setParent on the root rotation. And so that way, anything that was just sitting there before that wasn't inheriting from anything else will rotate. Something like his arm inherits from his shoulder, right? So that we're not going to change, but his shoulder will effectively change because it probably inherits from his body, and his body inherits from something that ends up being the root rotation. So if I run this again, and then we do like just open recent of captain output, it looks like it broke. So we gotta go unbreak it. Let's see why it broke. This is the downside. You do this sometimes, something goes wrong. Not really sure what went wrong. It's kind of interesting. It broke at the point of this is the wrong thing. We want to look at this one here. What went wrong in this one? Check tag failed. Really? Oh, you know what I think we might have to do? Do save preparations, maybe? I don't think we have to do that. That probably won't fix it. I'm not sure. Sometimes just like silly little things go wrong in the code. Yeah, okay. Check ID failed. Required vertex found something else. Not sure why though. That's always kind of interesting when you look at these things and wonder, like what is actually the problem. I guess maybe our bone could be a helper. That might make sense. Helpers are like bones, except that they don't have, you can't attach mesh directly onto them, and they're optimized more, and that's probably fine. I don't think that'll fix it though. Let's see here. Yep, still broken. But if I get rid of all this stuff that we're doing with root rotation, we're fine, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so the problem is all that stuff. Kind of makes sense. Well, you know what we could do? We could save it as an MDL, and we could take a look at the MDL and see, is there something, usually, it's like, you look at it and it's like Captain Obvious. It's like, what did I do wrong? It's something easy to fix, usually. Let's see, Warcraft models. This is Captain Output MDL. So we can save it as a text. It's empty. See, Captain Obvious is always a problem. Why is it empty? It shouldn't be empty. That doesn't make any sense. This kind of thing happens sometimes when you use code. And then you just got to go in and figure out why and fix it, Not immediately sure why, because we're just print to file. Can't imagine why we wouldn't be able to just print to a file. It seems like that would be a pretty straightforward thing to do. Print to file captainoutput.mdl. And it's supposed to tell me if something goes wrong. Oh, is it still running? They're all still running. Oh, that's kind of special. Okay, let's find out why they're still running. Oh, I know why. Here's why. I made an infinite circle. I made an infinite cycle by linking root rotation to itself, because I already put it in the model when I went through everything in the model and linked it to it. That's just me being silly. Don't do that. Okay, do not do that. But yeah, once you fix that, then you can open Captain Output, and he should be rotated, but he's not. All right, why is he not rotated? That's a fun question. It's working again, but it's not rotated. So let's actually check on it over here. If we look at like nodes, we have root, but I don't see root rotation. So it kind of looks like it didn't work. Bone rotation. Oh, well, maybe I didn't say. We gotta take the root rotation and add the rotation animation information. That's important. But I would have kind of thought it would have just worked. Because this doesn't even have bone rotation. Oh yeah, I'm saving as MDL again. That's why it doesn't work. We gotta save as MDX over here. Okay, there we go. Save as MDX. I don't know what that is. Oh, that was the thing itself. Oh shucks. Okay, shouldn't have done that. I clicked the little stop button and I stopped like the entire model editor. It was running out of the same code base. Let me just start that back up. Yeah, here we go. All right, and we'll just do open recent. We'll get our guy, and he should be rotated. Yep, he's rotated to the right, right? So now that's pi over 4. You could do pi over 2 is like a quarter of a circle, right? So if I do that, we'll see he'll go from facing like, you know, southeast to just facing east. Let's see, captain output. Oh, he didn't. I must not have saved. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, did you see what I did there? I ran the program again. I got to run get me the data again. And this will actually make our guy captain output. Now he's facing to the east. So now what you could do, basically, once you have this as a program, right, you just zoom out a little bit. And you say, okay, that's pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is once I load this model, actually just this whole entire thing that we're doing, we'll just say we want 36 different degree angles of this, right? So we'll have int angle equals 0, angle less than 36, angle plus plus. And this makes a loop that just loops from 1 to 36. That was really originally my whole entire point in this video. And then your angle can actually be 2 times pi divided by that thing, right? Or no. Divided by 36 times that thing. Yeah, there we go. Angle times that, right? So it'll be 0, and then it'll be 10 degrees, whatever. It basically should just work. So you do that, and then the key is down here where you have the name captain output, just put plus ang, right? And then run it again. Get me the data. Boom, 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 boom. All right, great. Now if I go in here, I have a whole lot of captain outputs, right? So captain output 0 is facing forward, but captain output like 8 is that way, right? And captain output 36 would be like face the other way in a full circle, basically. So like 270 degrees would be 27. But 270 in the game actually faces you because they start out facing to the east in the game. But like basically that's how that works. So you can just get any angle from like, 9 is 90, whatever. So like it would be 90 in game because it starts off to the east. My program starts previewing it facing you. But yeah, so basically like that. And we have like 36 models that just face all the different angles. And then you can just import those in your map with maybe some of that import files and get all of them at once. All right, yeah, so there you go. Do that. Yeah, good luck. Happy modding.